Good evening, audience out there, viewers at home and in diaspora. I greet you in accordance to your time frame across the globe. I welcome you to Indigenous People of Esan Association Facebook page. And like some of you already know, I am by name Aigbe Erodare Okosu. Omone Sabiele, Omona Aigbe, Omona Imu, Omona Ile. Once more, I greet you all. Iwoke-san n'eriwo tọ n'agbọna. Iwoke-san n'eriwo tọ Esan. Iwoke-san n'eriwo tọ ewele ebo. Egbe fun arebe egbere Iwoke-san. Vadu keke. Today, I'm having a very important personality with me, my guest, in the person of Prince Odion Aluba. I welcome you, Honorable. I welcome you, sir. You're welcome on board. And I'm so much delighted having you on board. You're welcome. We'd also like to take 1 minute of your time, sir, for you to properly identify yourself to the public, to my audience. Once again, you are welcome, sir. Mr.
Thank you so much, Prince. Thank you so much, Prince Okosu. Yeah, thank you for the introduction. That was marvelous, man. I think like you already said, I think you said it all, but let me just give it a good intro because it's always good to hear from the organic bona fide of the person you introducing. You know what I'm saying? So yes, my name is Apostle Sam Aloba. Well, it's your humble servant anyway. I live here in the state of New York, in the United States of America. But prior coming here, you know, I can vehemently or boldly tell you all who are watching that I am a pure cosmopolitan individual. I've been all over. So as the convener just introduced what he's doing, he's pretty much a traditionalist. So seeing his traditional, you know, his traditional endeavor or what he's been undertaking, I deem it fit when he called me up because we're all working towards a single goal about bringing to the limelight of the whole world about what our people is all about, the conspicuosity of the traditional of people, of our own people. So I just deem it like I have to be with him this morning so that we can anchor this together and then you guys will hear from me an organic story of our own people of Esan land. Thank you so much, Prince Okosu. You can go ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Audience out there, Iwoke Sani Adudu or Mimare Taliye, Okiona Bakana, Iwoke San, Mani Woke San, Mamu Boribona, Enania, Ekiona Baha, or Baha, Nimatually Indigenous People of Esan Association. Iwoke Sani Riwa, Iwoke Sani Riwa, Otawelebo, Areva Bion. Audience out there, I also greet you all. Please, as you join us, endeavor to keep your thumbs up coming and also make this program tonight, make it interactive. Your comment is expected and your comment is welcome. Your interactive comment, your contributive and supportive comments. Bring it up as we bring these subject matters. We are looking into the creation of Esan states and the viabilities towards the creation of Esan states. Like we have wrongly heard all this while that Esan don't have the population to head towards the creation of Esan states. By reason of this wrong notion, wrong assumption that has been circulated over these years, the indigenous people of Esan deem it fit to come up via every platform or any platform necessary to come and do justice to this by in a way sensitizing our people rightly as unto who we are, as unto our strengths, our might, and all resources available in Esan land. As a matter of fact, viewers are there. Today, we are going to be looking at every political aspect in Esan land where Esan has been cheated, where Esan has been marginalized, where Esan has been maligned and lopsided against. We are also going to be looking into the viabilities towards the creation of Esan states. First of all, we want to talk deeply about the population of Esan people in Edo State. How true is this? Esan has the highest population in Edo State, but wrong impression has been championed over these years via census. And this census counting in Edo State counts in a way they count people local government by local government, or they count group indigenous people, tribal people, local government by local government. But we all know that Esan people are not restricted towards the 5 local governments ceded to the Esan people in Edo State. So this is why we are now coming up to now rightly sensitize our people so that they will see that really and truthfully Esan has the highest population. As unto the population of Esan people in Edo State, Mr. Odion, Apostle Alopsin, please, sir, how do you have to put this to our people? How true is this? How do you have to open up this to our people so that they will see crystal clear that really and truthfully Esan has the highest population in Edo State? It is not that we are making it up, but of all reality that is at our disposal, Esan has the highest population in Edo State. Apostle Alopsin, how do you put this to our people?
Yes, thank you, Prince Okosun, for your, for your introduction into this Esan viability, our presence in Edo State as an ethnocentric umbrella. So I really do appreciate what you said. It's a fact. Unfortunately, let me put it that way. It is unfortunate that when you see what has gone wrong in Edo State, or even during the time of Benin or Midwestern State, when you go back, or in historical retrospection, you see that it's like there is an adage in Esan, where the Ariagbon or Okbe Ariagbon or Alivi or the Anomawu or the Owewe to be private party or so. Let me kind of like, put it in let me word it in a kind of like what they call in pidgin English so that people will get it. So the thing with it is that you do not shape somebody that is alive. You be shaping their private part when they are alive. To shape it, there's a meaning. You cannot be writing history for people that knows their own history. Exactly. So unfortunately, this is the area. This is the perfidious historical record that people are sharing today. And first of all, even when you look at the census that is taken over time in Nigeria, I mean, it's not a steady census. Even when you boil it down to the ethnocentric, garage or package of what is going on in Edo State, because this is pretty much what we are talking about this evening. And I hope everybody is watching. So what we are doing, we are trying to bring to awareness of our people so that they can actually get it. That it's not so that our history continue to be written for our people. Thank God for this technology day and age, where people can lay handle with all the historical radiocarbon that we have at our disposal that goes way back to 13th century, 14th century of our history. We know our people are everywhere in the world. We don't need no introduction from other ethnocentric area to come and tell our history. So when you look at it, to be sincere, in sincerity, looking at it in sincerity, you see that our population is overwhelmingly humongous in Edo State. Unfortunately, because of this misconception of this story of falsehood that is being hyperlated everywhere, our people are not bent to believe, not even believe, they know their history. But I think with the age that we are today, it's unfortunate, like I said, fortunately, we are now here to deliver our people, emancipate them, bring them to that enlightenment, that cosmopolitan enlightenment of telling our people, wherever they are in the world, that this is where our population actually in Edo State is more than what is being stated or what is being promulgated or forcefully told out there. So I think that's pretty much what I have to say right now before we dive into the geographical, political, economic, so on and so forth, my brother. Thank you so much, Prince. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, boss.
Without wasting much time, As a matter of fact, let me now go deeply into the Esan population in Edo State. I want to quickly, first and foremost, use this opportunity to put my message and our message to our people of Esan. We should not restrict ourselves towards the falsehood historical narrative that has been given. When we look into it historically, it is said that Esan are second to the Benin. They tap that into their view of supremacy. And before they will be able to put this impression to the public, there must be a kind of mafia network that is orchestrated to, in a way, to put this false submission as though it is correct, but it is not correct. Before we also continue, let me use this opportunity to let our audience know that the Esan people, especially me, myself, and anyone else that has deemed it fit to come up in making sure that Esan people are rightly sensitized. Those that are not Esans, like the Edos, the Benin, this is not a fight. We are not picking up a fight against anybody, and we are not instigating tribal violence. Anyone who sees a group of people coming up to identify themselves rightly, anyone who sees it as violence, anyone who sees it as an abuse, you know that those people has it in mind to continue to have us as second class to them and continue to have us as their subjects. That is why when it is seen that people like us are coming on board to rightly sensitize our people, it is mostly translated as an abuse or attack to the Benin people. But this is not an abuse. We are the only people that is within our right to always emerge, to defend ourselves, and to always identify ourselves correctly. That is what we are doing. As a matter of fact, as concerning the census that has always been championed in Edo State, it is incorrect. It is fraudulent. The Esan people are not restricted towards the 5 local governments that is ceded to the Esans. You know, before 5 local governments or before local governments were created, the people were on ground already. Being that a state was created, a state that is called Edo State was created, there was need for local government areas to be created as well, just as it is done across the globe. Now, when Edo State was created, we were told that we are one. But that kind of oneness is a kind of oneness to dominate the essence, is a kind of oneness to deceive the essence, is a kind of oneness to devalue the essence. Because we have seen it all this while. We relax, our people relax all in the name of we are one. And they do not know that by reason of that they are relaxing, we have been disarmed. So the relax we have always taken all this while upon we are one, it ought to be totally checkmate for us to know what the meaning of we are one really is in all actuality. If we are one, there will be no need for this kind of census counting to be championed or to be carried. You see, after votes has been done in Edo State, it is always counted to know the votes that come from Esan, to know the vote that come from Edo. This is to tell you that these are 2 different groups of people. But as a matter of fact, the 7 local government that is ceded to the Edo people is not made up of Edo people only. The 7 local governments ceded to the Edo people, we have Esan clans inside the 7 local government areas ceded to the Edo people. The 5 local governments ceded to the Esan people, there are no Edo clans. So you can see that this census counting is partial, is a way to cheat us or to cheat on us, is a way to peg our people away in making up their population. When you look into the 7 local government areas ceded to the Edo people, you have a lot of Esan clans. Most of their local government area, inside the 7 local governments, you have a lot of Esan clans. And as a matter of fact, Esan has up to or more than 40% population inside the Edo South, inside the Edo local government. And these Esans are counted alongside to the Edo population inside the Edo South. But the Esans that are counted inside the 5 local governments ceded to the Esan people, they count the people there, the Esan people there, and they say that is the population of the Esan people. We have been devalued. We have been robbed. We have been disarmed. We will not allow this impression, this wrong impression, to continue. That is why we are not coming up to let our people know that Esan has the highest population in Edo State. This is not that we are making it up. You can go and verify. It is out there. The truth, the reality is at our disposal. You look into model local government, you have a lot of Esan clans that are ceded to the Edo people, which is in model local government. It is not that those Esans that are inside model local government, they migrated to go and live there. Those places, those villages, they are in the model local government has been their aboriginal land before Edo State was created, and Esan people were ceded to Edo people population as onto local government areas that were created. So this is what we always need to look holistically. So when we talk about the viability to creating Esan states, we have the viability towards creation of Esan states. Because before a state can be created, the population of the people matters a lot. You ought to look at the population. Now, even with the 5 local governments of Edo, of Esan that is ceded to the Esan, only the Esans there, when you count, when census carry out holistic counting inside that 5 local government and compare it to Bayelsa, you will see that it's even the same, or Esan is almost higher than the population of Bayelsa in the Esans in the 5 local governments. Not to talk about Esans that are outside the 5 local governments ceded to the Esan people. So when you also look at the landmass, you can go and carry out your findings. The landmass of Esan, only the 5 local governments ceded to the Esan, that landmass of Esan is equal to some of the states in Nigeria. When you look into the landmass of Bayelsa State and look into the landmass of the whole Esan clans inside the 5 local government, you will see that Esan is even bigger than Bayelsa. When we talk about Abia State, the same thing. When we talk about Ado-Ekiti State, the same thing, and so many other states. So when we look into the natural resources in Esan land, you can also look into natural resources. Now, we also talk about Esan. Esan is the heartbeat of Edo State. Esan is the food basket of Edo State. And Esan is not in a landlocked location. So these are the viability. All these things need to be checkmate. Is Esan in a landlocked location? No, Esan is not in a landlocked location. Esan has Ozigono to themselves, which is River Niger. So with that, seaport is very, very possible and is viable. With that, you have way out and way in. So that is for the viability we're talking about. I want to quickly ask my guests, Apostle Alopsin. Sir, in all these areas where I have mentioned, looking into the viabilities, looking into which include the viabilities, which include the resources in Esan land, the viabilities which include the human resources, the population in Esan land, which also include the landmass of Esan land. How do you put this to our people, Mr. Alopsin, sir?
Thank you, Priest Okosuna. Thank you for the for the question, and I really do appreciate you for the enlightenment you are bringing to our people in the 21st century, which they've lacked over time. Now, having said that, I want to crave everybody indulgence that are watching right now, both people of Esan descent or Esan bona fide, Esan citizen or denizens, and what have you, be it anywhere you're from, for you taking your time to be watching us this evening, wherever you are, any time in time frame or related to wherever you reside. I really do appreciate you, and we do appreciate each and every one of you guys. So having said that, I want to beg each and every one of you, if you are not from our side or if you are anywhere you are. So I just want to let you guys know that what we are doing here, according to Prince Okosun earlier, He pleaded to each and every one of you not to take any kind of offense of any sort. But what he's trying to do is bringing enlightenment to our people. That's all we are doing. Now, talking about that, he talks about the population census in Edo State that is being, kind of like, misconstrued over time since the establishment of that very state, or even prior to the establishment. It will bother, it will bother some people to ask that question. Why is this guy talking about this population census in Edo State? I mean, talking about Edo State. Oh, my people, thank you so much. I mean, it's a very fantastic question. And the reason why it is fantastic is that when you look at the population, it's through the population of every state, the local government, is through that population budget allocation are being, budgeted to reach out to every localities of the state. Unfortunately, when you have a leader who are a kind of like Nebuchadnezzar in their policy driven, then they short side. They kind of like truncate that allocation. And that allocation will not go to where it is supposed to go. Other community or other local government area like in Edo State, we have 18 local government area in Edo State. And now every budget that is being budgeted, I'm pretty sure everybody watching right now can pretty much agree with me that of the 18 local government area, the people who are administering the allocation that we have in Edo State over the past 7 years of this administration now, I can vehemently say that none of these administrators ever visited some of these 18 local government areas. And that is the reason why the leaders of this administration I often refer to him as a ring road, governor, because that is pretty much where he functioned. But during the campaign of that very election, he got deeper into all this locality. But after winning the election, he now kind of like put these people in the wilderness. So now, my people, so that is the area where this population that we are talking about is very essential. And psephologists, that's the election expert, what we refer in politics as psephologists. So they often said when you look at the electorate, people are able to kind of like censor the people. They come in the media and start postulating, promoting all kind of falsehood and foolishness because of their buffoon ethnocentric chauvinism that is pretty much rampant in the Edo that we now live today. We are not trying to, nobody is trying to insult anybody. We are just trying to like have everybody, we just try to like have everybody carry that. No, just like what is in Nigeria today. When you look at the population centers of Nigeria, it is often taken that when you go to the northern part of Nigeria dealing with the tribes, it is often said that the Fulani outnumber the Hausas. And it's not true. And this is the population census they continue to say to the people of Nigeria or the nationwide. And this is not true. And history is now that people are being pushed to the wall because of the economic, political subjugation. People are now coming out. History now have it that those Fulani that kind of dominate the house, who are the larger minority of the tribes, that these people, they are really larger than the Fulani that kind of like hijack these people because of their humility, because of their hospitality and accommodation. Now, those Fulani that come from Futajelo Mountain with the war of Osman Dafodio, they now took over the Hausa, marginalized these people. And these people, they've been suffering for centuries. So when you take it now to the ethnocentric or historical ethnocentric, relegation, this is where we are speaking. Because when you go to Esan land today, you don't see anything in Esan when it comes to economic development. I'm not saying that this thing is happening because of the Oredokra, they hijack everything. No, even the Oredokra we are talking about, they are not even enjoying the democratic process of what is it that we are supposed to be enjoying in Edo State there. But few elements of the Oredokra that hijack this politics, subjugating the Esans and the other ones and co. then they are the one enjoying the remuneration of this equality. Just look at what we came out yesterday. Breaking news in Nigeria. That in 2019, Buhari has released the money that was being budgeted to the what they call the NDDC, Niger Development and also oil producing state. And all this money since 2019 is being hijacked and held up by Ring Road area that the government house. And this thing is not trickling to Esan people. We don't have no roads. A lot of the produce that we are producing that is even sustaining a dose, I'm talking about the fruits, the Ozigono rice, the Ekpoma rice, the Agbada rice that is coming from this area. We can't even relate it to those areas. We can't relate it to the central city or the metropolitan in Kogi State. In Edo State, when you go to Edo State today, the cassava we are producing is in our area. Money is being paid ahead of time to our localities. But the Anambra, people from Anambra, people from Imo, they come to our area. They pay money ahead of time to subscribe for Akbu. And these things are coming from our area. Ozigono rice and water. So this censor that we are talking is an economic censor to emancipate these people. So now, I think when you guys look at all this, you see that this is where we are having problem in Nigeria. And we cannot sit aside and be looking, because when you look at what is going on in the Edo State, on the federal level, is these Isha people that are the political juggernaut of Nigeria. And coming back to their home, then you see elements of these people on the state level. On the state level, within the autocratic vicinity, hijack the policy. They are not even doing any good in those areas, even to their own people. Look at the 7 years of Obaseki now. So that's where we are. So my brother, thank you so much. So I hold that, then you go ahead. So that for the census, I just want to throw a little light on that very census, the importance of that very census, so that will not tell us where we are, because the population of Esan is more than what people actually, they misconstruely be telling people that this is what it's a deception of an apex stupidity. And this we are not ready to tolerate anymore. And like I said, we are not embarrassing them, we are not causing them. We are just bringing our facts so that they can give our Esan people what belongs to our people. Thank you so much, Prince Okosu. You can go.
Thank you once more. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I greet you especially. Very important to note, Esan people out there and fellow Nigerians. Very important to note. It is out of place for we the Esan people to sit and continue to play along when it is evidently seen that a whole lot of deception to dehumanize and to devalue the Esan people has been carried out all this while. We cannot allow ourselves to continue to breed lost clans, because the more we breed lost clans, the more we go into estates. The more we breed lost clans, the more our strength reduces, because human resources, population is also strength. So the more we play neutral, why our clans are being lost to the local government areas that are created and not created to the Esan people, the more we play neutral in this aspect, the more we go into extinct. This is why we, the people of indigenous people of Esan, this is why we are coming up to make sure we blow out this whistle to our people who has settled for this kind of false history, false narration, false information. It is false for a people who are in all actuality the largest people in number as unto population. It is falsehood for it to be reported that they are second in population. And in all reality and in all actuality, we are not second when we talk about population. The population of Esan is what we must now look into, not with the lenses of the fraudulent counting of census, because it is fraudulent. Do you know why census come to count like that? We cannot also blame census, because it is what we present to census as our people that they will count. This is why I am not telling you that this is the mafia network. It is a matter of networking. And this mafia network was orchestrated very, very intelligently, wicked intelligence. It is what you present to your people, to census, to say this is where your people are. That is what we count and give to you. So that is why we should not keep mute to allow the Benin people to start identifying us for us, because they are the one championing this mafia network, and definitely they will definitely give a kind of information that reduces us to the public. So the kind of information that is given to the census, to the federation, is that the 5 local government that is ceded to the Esan people, that is where the Esan people are restricted to. This is false. We can go and carry out investigations. This is not onto coming to social media simply because we want to come to social media. But as a matter of fact, we are taking advantage of every necessary means where we need to inform ourselves, where we need to inform our people, where we need to rightly sensitize our people. These issues that we are submitting before the public and before our people, our Esan people, most especially, is verifiable. You can go and carry out these verifications to know if the 7 local governments ceded to the Edo people, if it is predominantly Edo, to know if Esan are actually inside the 7 local governments ceded to the Edo people. This is how to carry out intelligent investigation. You don't need intelligent science or intelligent mathematics to know this. This is at our disposal. Every layman knows about this. It is just that the information is not given. The information that is given is wrong information. So this is why I am challenging you to go out and verify. Our Esan people, we know this, but we are relaxed all this while, all in the name of we are one. That we are one that has always been told to us is we are one to disarm us, is we are one to domify us. We refuse to be domified. We refuse to give ourselves away to be disarmed. Because when you take our population away from us, you have disarmed us directly and indirectly. So this information we are putting out via Indigenous People of Esan Facebook page is verifiable. Go do your findings. The 7 local governments ceded to the Edo people, is it predominantly Edos? Inside that 7 local governments, do we have Esan people in their numbers, in a very, very reasonable numbers? Yes, we do. We do. So this is why we, the Esan people, we should not allow ourselves to be Beninized, because this kind of Benin mission that has been orchestrated all this while, it is to Beninize the Esan people and to have the Esan people subject of the Benin people. This is the mafia network, to Beninize us and to have us as subject to the Benin people. This is why we have been told that we are all one, just to Beninize us and to have us as subjects of the actual Benin people. Just as the Fulani have Fulanized the Hausa people and have the Hausa people as their subjects. Meanwhile, the Hausa people are the native aboriginals. The Fulani people came from wherever, from Niger, Somalia, wherever they came from, and begin to look for land to grab, begin to look for people to invade and to dominate. So we cannot allow this kind of mafia network to continue to triumph over us, the Esan people. I come again. The we are one that has always been championed. Is we are one whereby the Esan people, they want to Beninize the Esan people and have the Esan people as the subjects of the real Benin people. The Esans are not Benis. The Esans are not Edos. So why should we not relax ourselves simply because we are told that we are one? Our clans are being ceded to Edo South. And those our clans that are ceded to Edo South, they are not counted to the Esan local government. So you can see the deception that has been championed all this while. Our Esan people, we need to do justice to this in making sure that we reject this kind of documents that has been documented to say this is where the Esan people are restricted to. It is we that played neutral. That is why when census came, when federal government came, they met us, they met the people on ground, and it is told that the 5 local governments that is ceded to the Esan people, that is where the Esan people are. The 7 local governments that is ceded to the Edo people, that is where the Edo people are. But it is not correct. We don't have to blame the census or the federal government in this area. We now need to take the blame on ourselves because we allowed this falsehood to be championed all this while. Our forerunners, they have to step up in this area in making sure that where our clans are, we begin to identify with them. In making sure that where our clans are, we begin to stretch our hands of brotherhood to them. In making sure the census counting that its result has always been given, we say, no, this is not correct. We have to identify with all Esan clans. Because you know why we are relaxed? Because we are told that we are one. We are told that we are one. And then we felt that everybody, they are equal. We are all one in all actuality. But that is not what it is. The oneness is a kind of mafia network to Beninize those people that are not Benins and turn them to subject of the Benin people. This is why you see the other people that are not Benin in all actuality, they are not rated in with the same as the Benin people. The Benin people are always rated higher than them. So it's a mafia network. So my people, this is as unto the population we are talking about. It is very, very important. We cannot shy away from the reality. We cannot shy away from the truth as unto the population that we have in Edo State. And I want to use this medium as an avenue to also tell our people out there that let nobody tell you to go to Google to go and verify. All this wrong information, all this wrong documentation has been inserted into Google. But what Google is having as reality, when you go on ground there, you will see that it is false. Is it true that the Esan people are only found inside the 5 local governments ceded to the Esans? This is the question you should ask before you will now hold the result that Google is giving as truth. Is it truth that the 7 local governments ceded to the Edo people are predominantly Edos? When you count Esan people out from the 7 local governments ceded to the Edo people, you see that they become light in weight. When you count other people that are non-Esans, that are also inside the Edo local government, you will see that the Edo people, they are left with very, very minute number. So they orchestrated this kind of mafia network in a way to peck other people, to Beninize them, for them to turn subject of the Benin people. So we cannot allow this kind of mafia network to continue to triumph over us. So we have to stand up and begin to appropriate what needs to be appropriated, because it is very, very, very important. When you are alive, nobody comes to start trimming of your skin, cut your hand or cut some parts away from you. When you are alive, you are breathing. So what is being done to us, part of us is being trimmed out, is being cut off. We cannot allow part of us to be cut off, even though we know fully well that we have Esan people who are inside Edo South. We now need to start identifying with our Esan people. So my people, this is as unto our population. Are we looking into our population in Edo State? What do we hold as unto our population in Edo State? What is our information as unto our population in Edo State? Is the information that is being circulated on mainstream media correct? No, it is not correct. So it is now us that we have to emerge to the occasion of identifying ourselves. The information that has been given all this while by the Benin about the Esan people is always wrong information from our history and to the political aspect, knowing fully well as well that the Esan people, they are the critical players when we talk about the politics that has made Edo State to be recognized, both in the state level and in the federal level. The Esans are the critical player, but the glory of the Esan people is being used to elevate the Benin people. While we are underdeveloped, while we has been depopulated. You see, that depopulation is a very, very crucial aspect we need to look into. We don't need to play neutral. We have been depopulated intelligently, wickedly. So Esan people are not restricted to the 5 local governments ceded to the Esans. And we, the Esans clans that are inside the 5 local governments ceded to the Esans, what are we doing? Are we very, very relaxed? Do we not know that we have Esan, indigenous people, inside the Edo South? I am not talking about the Esan people that traveled from Esan land to go and start residing inside the Edo South, simply because that is where they find infrastructure, that is where they find development. I am not very, very much particular about that. But there are Esan, indigenous people of Esan, in their land before that land were ceded to Edo South as Edo local government. Do you know, when we keep playing neutral in all these aspects, when time comes for Edo State to be divided, we will lose our land to the Edo people, because we are seeing local government as yardstick, as measurements of a people. No, we should not restrict ourselves, and we should not allow that to triumph over us, to say we are going to count ourselves and we are going to measure our land with the local government that is seated. Oh, no, no, no. We are going to make sure that wherever our people are, our indigenous people, those people that have been residing in that land before local government were seeded, we share it to the Esan people, should in case it turn otherwise. This mafia network is a mafia network to grab our land and to grab our people and to Beninize them and to turn them to the Benin subjects. So my people, this is the message as unto our population. Let's look into the viabilities also, which talk about the natural resources we have in Esan land. People keep saying that Esan don't have oil, but it is not that oil is one of the best natural resources that can develop a people, or that can make a people's country or state to develop. Though we know fully well that there are a lot of countries and a lot of states that do not have oil in their land, but they are making progress. They are independent states. So, but by reason of this wrong information that has always been circulated on social media, that there is no oil in Esan land, Mr. Odinaloba, how true is this, sir? How can you rightly sensitize our people as onto that subject matter?
Thank you, Prince Okosune. Once again, you know, like you are always on point. You know, you are always on point. You know, like you said that people should try and do their verification so that they can really be well, you know, acquainted with the history of Esan land, especially our people who are from Esan land. You know, the thing with it is that it's like Lagos State. You see, nobody laid claim. Nobody laid claim to nobody laid claim to Lagos State person. So when you look at it, even Kano State, nobody laid claim to Sabogeri in Kano State. So many areas like that. So in Benin City metropolis, it's not a place anybody is supposed to be laid claim to, because this is a business area that it kind of like actually enrolled into some kind of like this state capital. But the problem people are having is that people kept saying that it's like they're looking at the Esanites or the Esanocrats as a kind of like parasitic citizen in Edo State. I mean, it's something that is laughable. You are taking these indigenous organic people of Esan as a parasite in their own indigenous home. You see how stupid and you know, erroneous and that is. And you still see some folks out there who don't know their history, who are sitting in the vanguard of this internet something that they are supposed to be making good with, telling people that the survival of Nigeria, the survival of Edo State is Esan.
Yes.
It's Esan. I mean, before I was born, I've been hearing about this Ozigono. We're talking about economic viability now. I've been hearing about Ekboma rice, Agbede rice, Ozigono rice, Ozigono rice, and so on and so forth. And because of this, we, like I was looking at the last time when you're talking about infrastructure development, like the road network that is channeling our food into different areas in Nigeria, not even at those states, in Nigeria as a whole. In Nigeria, so the last budget they had in 2019, the last budget they budgeted in the transportation in road network, it was only 30 billion. 30 billion naira. Do we see anything in Esan Central? That is the hub. That is the hub of food production to Edo State. We don't see anything. There is no road out there. And yesterday, I think another budget came and they are talking about 54-point-something billion naira. But our people don't see all this. If we can have, because of this population census that we are talking about, this dominancy that we are talking about, if you take that one out of the politics of Nigeria, when you look at Edo State today, since the creation of Edo State, my people, we are crying this cry. It has been a millipedious cry over time that people don't hear. It has been a millipedious cry that people don't hear. And now we are taking it to some form of our cry. That if you don't hear, if you don't want to hear it, it will not let you sleep. This is just what it is that we are resorting to the situation so that at the end of the day, everybody will have equal justices as to allocation. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. Even my mom in the village that do local trading and stuff like that. When you give my mom if you give my mom a 100 naira, give my mom 100 naira, I have my mom to share among the 18 local government area in Nigeria. My mom will be able to divide it by 18 by 18. They will now put the largest into Benin City, maybe about 35%. They will put it in Benin City and say, okay, let's put this one in the state capital per se. And then have the other one to the other. Allocation that goes out there in Edo State, it don't go to anywhere in Isha. And every infrastructural hallmark that we have in Esan land is as a result of the influence of our own people. Look at the National Institute, the Federal Institute of Technology and Management in Uromi. During Jonathan, it was what they call Anthony Aneni, the brain behind PDP creation or establishment in Nigeria. It was that very guy that brought the institution to Esan land. And that aside, look at Ambrosali. He sourced that very one to Esan land. And go and look at what they call the Igwebe College of Education that the federal government has just approved as a University College of Education in Esan land. It was Tommy Kimi that was behind that. We don't get all these things from the state level. Rather, it's always our people that are fighting tooth and nail with their heart, with everything, intellectual, perspicacity as their own disposal to bring all these things to our own people. Even road network, everything is a problem. With a little allocation from the state, we don't get it. Look at the pipe and water we have in every Esan Central and everything. The pipe and water has been dilapidated and it remains moribund. Moribund for years now. Obaseki during the election, Obaseki went around all these localities and said he's going to revive it. 7 years after, he never cared to visit. He never cares to visit those. So what kind of politics is this? Is it not a corrosive subjugation of lamentations, sorrowful abandonment? So these are the things we are talking about, that the cry, we are making it known to do everybody out there. We are not fighting. This is not a fight. We are making it known. If we are one, then yeah, it's a fact. When you say we are one, remember, our Esan people will put it right. Let me put it in English language. They said the monkey and the gorilla, they might be one. But when things settle, or when all chiefs are done, the gorilla will claim his oneness, while the monkey will claim his gloriousness. So it's just what it is. So my people, when the people jump into that bandwagon of trying to tell the world that Esan people, they are minority, I think it's something that is ultimately stupid, to say the least. Excuse my language. Because you want to use that to subjugate other people, whatever it is that they be very productive, prudent in the political, economic history of Nigeria. Look at Ahomo on the federal level. Irua Specialist Hospital. He brought that very one to our people. So when you look at it, you will look at the budget of Edo State per se. So this is the reason why when you see when Delta State was emancipated from Benin, these people they were jubilating because for too long they stayed in developmental dungeon. The only development you can find in that axis of Nigeria, only recently, after the creation, they started having, they started feeding themselves over there. Because when they were subjugated to this element of a political Oradoka that are labeled as political Taliban in the state, that hold the power in that place, hold the power in Jugula. They don't want to relate with everybody. And majority of even the Oradoka, they are suffering it. Look at Obaseki. 95% of our people of the whole Edola, they voted for this very guy. So at some point, when people are crying, according to San or advocates, San, what they call this guy from Agbede, I forgot the name, the one that is defending the Kanu. He said, I was watching him yesterday. He said something about Yakobe. He said something yesterday. He said the minority that they have about 374 ethnics this thing in Nigeria. But few people are just choked out because of this postulation of a falsehood. And our Esan people that have been there for Nigeria, moving the independent like Antonio Nero at the age of 27, and some others. Antonio Nero, you see people like DJ, Josephus DJ of Wohimi, and so on and so forth. Look at this, what they call, look at Stella Basajo. That lady was able to influence a lot of stuff to Edo State before she left. And so many tsunami political juggernauts in our area. But we're not going to be quiet and allow all this what they call this element of this Oruedokra that becomes coronavirus in telling our own history when we are supposed to be telling our own history. I mean, we rejoice. Many of them, we are very good. But element of them that are, it's not, what is funny? What is funny about this situation is that many of these people that are promoting this wayward politicians, they are not even hearing the process of that democratic seat. But they clap hand along. So when you go to Delta State, the reason why Delta State is in the what they call developmental aquilon that they are today is as a result of their separation. So if you don't give to people what they deserve, the next thing they're gonna see, they will want to say, maybe when they get their own part, they will be able to be getting something direct from the federal. So my people, we are not here to so when the right thing is done, I think everybody will bear their names. We will be good. We will relate. So don't use that that brotherhood and a sisterhood hegemonical distortiveness. So it kind of like cajole us and have us ride along with your stupidity. And this is the crap. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very much well explained.
I appreciate it.
Very much well explained. Audience out there, I implore you to keep your thumbs up coming, keep your contributive comment coming. And being that we are very, very sure of this message, we have our WhatsApp number there. If you want to call in to challenge, to disprove what we are telling you as concerning our population, as concerning our natural resources in Esan land, as concerning Esan having the highest population, you have to call in. This is to tell you that we know what we are saying. We are not speaking in the hideout. We are not championing violence. And there is no need for us to keep buttressing on whether we are championing violence or not. Those people who have sense, who are with their rational sense of reasoning, who has always watched us via this platform, know that this is not a matter of violence. This is a matter of people emancipating, to come take the bull by the horn as unto identify themselves by themselves. We cannot allow ourselves to be cajoled, because we have always been cajoled all this while. We cannot allow ourselves to be cajoled. Others out there, your contributive comment is needed. Your thumbs up, keep it coming. Essence, you do not need to keep mute in the area where you need to be outspoken. You do not need to keep sitting down and watching. This is one aspect which is not very, very good for us. We always want to sit and be watching. When you go to every platform where indigenous people are defending themselves, everybody are contributive. Everybody are doing brainstorming. Everybody are standing out in making sure that they are not taken for the least or for second. Everybody, they are standing up. Every group of people, they are rubbing minds together with themselves in making sure they put out the right perspective of themselves on social media and outside social media. This is not time for us to fold hands and come and be looking and listening. It's time for us to always make sure that we team up. We team up and we synergize as Esan people. It is only with our indigenous synergy we will be able to continuously to uphold and defend ourselves in and outside social media space. It is only with our indigenous synergy we will be able to make sure we stand firm in making sure we do justice to our history that has been distorted all this while. As a matter of fact, let me quickly borrow the language of my guest in the person of Apostle Alopsi. He said that we have been crying this cry all this while. It is not that it just started today. We have been crying the cry of marginalization. We have been crying the cry of political lopsided against us. We have been crying the cry of how Esan has been largely underdeveloped and how Esan has been dehumanized. We have been crying this cry. But this cry is a kind of millipedious cry. We do not need to cry a millipedious cry no longer. We need to amplify our voice. We need to synergize in making sure that we cry loud like never before. This cry is not unto cry of weeping. It's unto knowing that you have been cheated and standing to claim your rightful place. This is the cry and this is the plea we are putting to our forerunners. We are calling our people to stand up massively in making sure that we do the needful. Because if we continue to play neutral and keep mute, my people, like I have said before, we will not be able to retrieve what has been stolen from us all this while. So we need to emancipate. Looking at it in the areas where all the infrastructure or all the development that has been championed in Esan land by the Esans themselves, whether politically or privately, individually, they are all abandoned. If Stella Obasanjo Hospital was to be in Esan land, it would have been abandoned. It wouldn't have been running the way it is running. It is because it is located in Edo South. This is just the fact. All the development that Esan brought by themselves, try to squeeze out to bring to Esan land, they are all abandoned. They've turned into quack development. They've turned into abandoned projects simply because it is in Esan land. But go and look, is it not also Esan person that brought Stella Obasanjo Hospital that is running every day, that is even to a standard, it is well equipped? It is because it is in Edo South. But if that Stella Obasanjo Hospital was to be located in Esan land, it would have been long abandoned. Just as you see all the project that was brought into Esan land by our Esan individuals and our politicians, those projects in Esan land, they've all turned into abandoned projects. So you can see that we don't matter when we talk about this kind of alliance where we see ourselves as one. Esan people don't really matter to them. So for us to matter to the world and to ourselves, we must continue to push for our independent state. We must continue to cry this cry into the hearings of our forerunners, that Esan needs to have their own independent recognition. Esan needs to be recognized as a state. They have to push for their independent state. I want to use this opportunity to also quickly sensitize the person who goes on social media by this name, Wounded Civilian. You see, ever since you have taken my picture and my video to go and do your saga that you do, I listen to your video, but I see that I am bigger than you, intelligent, wise. So that is why I don't also go in that way to reply you. But for the benefit of those people who you must have misled or who you are deceiving, that is why I am not deemed it fit to quickly use this word to talk to you, wounded civilian. You tap one of my video and you were talking to the Esan people that if we want to get our state, we should go to where we can get our state. That we are saying that we are not children of Benin people. That the Benin people they are the one who own Esan. That Esan, they are your children. If we don't like it, we should go and hang. That was the language you used. That how many are our population? You put up wrong impression. The way you were speaking, everybody who look at you with your bleached skin know that you don't have anything upstairs. So that is why I don't deem it fit or I don't fascinate it to come and reply to somebody like you. My number is out here. If you really feel that you understand what you're saying, you have to call in to come and interrogate, to come and debunk, to come and disprove what we are saying, that Esan has the largest population in Edo State, on which you came on board to come and say, how many are we? That we are not many, we are scanty. Come and tell the world that we will continue to remain children of the Benin people. That you are the one, the Edo people are the people who own us. That if we don't like it, we should go and hang. You can imagine that is not an intelligent statement. So it is not necessary for me to engage you. But rightly sensitizing our people that must have listened to you, or other people that must have listened to you, we are coming out with intelligent facts that is verifiable. That Esan people are not children of the Benin people. And really and truthfully, that is what it is. That Esan people, they are not second to the Benin people. Really and truthfully, that is what it is. That Esan people has the highest population in Edo State. This is not what we are making up. Really and truthfully, that is what it is. You need to go and do your findings. Which that's your 7 local government that you are bragging of. Is it predominantly Edo? Is it only the Edo people that is there? Don't you know that when we say we should count in accordance to our tribe and our language, don't you know that the numbers that is making up your population will drastically reduce, because Esan is also there. So my people, there is somebody that is commenting and say Esan people is a betrayal. They cannot even spell Esan. This is the kind of language they propagate. When you mean betray, you have to go into details. What kind of agreements do we have? What kind of business do we have? What kind of treaty did we sign that we have betrayed? Is there any kind of business that we are running that we agreed to run? Did Esan people agree to sign any document to say they are children of the Oba of Benin? And now that Esan people are not coming up to say they are not children of Oba of Benin, you will not translate it as betray. So what do you mean by betray? What kind of transaction did the Esan and the Benin people get into that on the long run the Esan people now betray the Edo people? So when you say Esan people are betrayed, do not just comment, because when you comment, people are reading your comments and you are showing how foolish you are to the public. You need to comment intelligently. So when people read your comments, they will find facts that are proven beyond reasonable doubt in your comments. Do not just come to comment simply because you want to come and abuse a group of people. So you can imagine the people are coming up to rightly talk to themselves. You are coming up to abuse them simply because you have expected them to continuously to portray themselves or subject themselves into the Benin Supremacy League. So I ask again, John, can you go into details to tell us where did Esan people betray the Benin people? What kind of contract did the Esan people sign with the Benin people? On the long run, they broke the contract. What do you mean by Esan? Because this comment always comes from a lot of Benin people. When you go to their platform where they are antagonizing the Esan people, where they are abusing the Esan people, they always say Esan people are betrayer. But let us now look at who the Governor Wike called Syria betrayer. Is it not a Benin man that is the Syria betrayer? Is it not Governor Baseki that was referred to as Syria betrayer? The Esan people has always been betrayed. When we talk about betray, we should be the one crying that we have been betrayed inside the kind of structure that was structured, and it was said that this structure is one. We have been betrayed. If you look at my number is there. If you want to call, you call in. The number is pinned down there. You call in via WhatsApp or wherever, because why I put WhatsApp, I want it to be cheaper should in case people are calling from Nigeria. But if you can call direct, you also call direct. You call in to come and tell us, how did the Esan people betray? It is the Esan people that has been betrayed. Because when you look into Esan land has been grossly underdeveloped. Now, definitely the people who are supposed to be our eye, who should have been attracting federal projects into Esan land or state projects into Esan land, are supposed to be local government area, local government chairmen. But do we have local government chairmen? We don't have local government. This is how they have disarmed us. We don't have local government. So who do we hold responsible? Nobody. We only have a Benin man who is the governor, who is presiding over the affairs. Every allocation that comes, he pockets the one he wants to pocket and use the one he wants to use to develop Edo South. That is what we have always suffered. Who betray who? If we look at Edo and look at Esan land, who betray who? If we look at the state we're talking about, who is the critical player in Edo State that is making Edo State even being recognized in federal? It is the Esan people. The Esan people, they are the brain, they are the intelligence behind the politics that has elevated Edo State. Yet we are the ones that are being betrayed. And you come to call us betrayer. You are the one that has victimized us, but you are playing the victim card. So we are not betrayed. There is nowhere we have betrayed you people. We are the ones that have been betrayed. We are the ones that have been betrayed. Look into Esan land. Can you point into any school, one school like this, that was renovated by Obaseki? Can you point into any school or any marketplace that was renovated by Obaseki? Can you point into any hospital that was renovated by Obaseki? Can you point whatever it is that it attract infrastructure or that is infrastructure itself that was brought into Esan land by Obaseki? Who is to talk about betrayal in these aspects? Do we not have a lot of infrastructure to be renovated and get it running in Esan land? If Esan land really matter, Uromi cassava mill will be working as we speak. Ewu flour mill that was abandoned wouldn't have been abandoned. The government, the state government would have taken it as their projects. But it was abandoned. It took an Esan indigenous person to buy it over in the person of Pastor Chris Hijack. Look into all the hospitals, all the technical schools that we have in Esan land. People always come up to say, Ahon didn't do anything, or Tony Aneni didn't do anything. But all these things that Aneni done, even though he did not do enough, he was a nationalist. He was running Edo State politics, not really looking at it that we are not one. So this is why we are not coming to tell our people that we should not believe that kind of oneness no longer. Hello, please, can you load down your phone set? Load down your phone set, please.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening. And where are you calling from? Thank you for calling.
I'm calling for France, actually. I'm an Esan man. Sorry, I was trying to comment. I say that I tried to write it, it was not correct. I'm sorry for that. So I'm an Esan man living in France.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay. I've been following you since 2021. I love what you are doing. How you are advocating for Esan people. But also, what we are seeing among ourselves, we are the ones betraying Esan land. We are the ones selling ourselves out. That is what I was trying to say. Are you hearing me?
Very well, please.
I am not against what you are doing, and I'm fully in support of what you are doing. Even the other woman is saying I used to follow her, but I'm trying to work with Asian people here in France and see how they have betrayed a lot of Asian people. If we don't have this trust amongst ourselves, how can we build a better East? How can we build this land. We don't have the trust between us amongst ourselves.
Please go into details. How do you mean, please?
So what I mean is that Benin people, whenever they see us as we Asian people, they always say if you see Asian people, kill the Asian man before you kill the snake. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Whenever I heard that word as an Asian man, I used to be very upset. Very, very upset. That word pisses me off because I grew up in Benin, but I'm a born son of Esan, a true son of Esan. I proud. Anywhere I go, I'm proud to say I'm Esan. So, but Asian people, in Europe, I see how they have this mindset to betray themselves. They never love themselves. Before Benin people say that if you see Asian man, kill Asian man before this thing. Maybe they have not done. Okay,
Prince of
no, hold on. I want you to finish. Don't interrupt him. I will go inside. Okay, go ahead.
You are saying that the Benin, like that they not trying to enslave us or trying to make them blind us. Now, how about we Asian people? How do we treat ourselves?
Now, I want you to go into details. Before I continue, hold on, please. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. You were that violation. Use this and talk to me. You were that violation. You are that. Bache near Virua, Bache new any sunset when any sunset your father's name your okay. Now you talk about Esan, you know that some persons have wrong impressions about themselves. Listening to me as I'm speaking, I will give you time to also come in. Some persons have wrong impression about themselves, and it is so uneducative and it is so shameful for anybody who have wrong impression about his or herself to come up into a public to now be telling the public that his own race are betrayer. Then you now know that kind of person that has wrong impression about himself need to be really schooled, because it is said that any individual that is coming up to antagonize the whole race of his own race, you know that person is actually sorry to use that language, but we must start educating our people. I'm still speaking. Now, when you look at every race, there is no place that good and bad people don't cut across. You get good people cut across race, you get bad people cut across race. I can begin to call names of Esan people in this Europe that has really, really helped a lot of people. I can begin, even me, myself as an individual, I can begin to call names of people I have assisted, Benins and Esans. I am an Esan man. But as a matter of fact, any individual that maybe you have one or two issues with your people that did not go well with you, you will not come up and antagonize the whole of your race. You will know that you need to be well schooled. You will know that maybe there is something natural when you understand. Now, when you not go into Esan in totality, there are a lot of Esan people that has done meaningfully well to the Esan people. There are a lot of people that has defended any person that is not Esan person. Now we look into this man. His name is I've forgotten his name now. The man who is into Esan agenda movement. I remember his name while I speak. He has been the one that has sanitized the whole of New Benin market and most of the markets. Those people that have been issuing tickets and extorting money from people. That man is an Esan man, Lucky or Rukbe. If you see what this man has always done, listen, you see what this man has always, this man is an Esan man, it's not a man. He did not say that that market is not located in Esan. He makes sure that he sanitized all those Igbero that has been extorting money from people illegally. He formed an organization or an association to make sure that those people, they are apprehended and handed over to the law. That is an Esan man. Most of the markets inside Edo South, he was the one who championed that in the person of Lucky Orukbe. And so many individuals that have seen, and so many, listen, my brother, and so many individuals, for you as an Esan man to come on air, to come and be saying that Esan people are betrayal, it means that you are not an Esan man. It means that you are Esan man that do not even know your identity, if you are an Esan man to even say so. It means that you are a sellout. Because no sane person, listen, sir, no sane, listen, I'm still speaking. I will give you time. I will give you time because I'm educating you. I'm educating you now. Because there are some people that we hide under the name of Esan to say they are Esan, and they will come on air to come and broadcast against Esan. But any Esan person who cannot see the good work of Esan and you say you are Esan, you are not Esan. You are not Esan. Any Esan person that come on air to come and broadcast against Esan person or to come and use any words against Esan race, not an Esan person, the whole of Esan race, you are not Esan person. You are not Esan person. So you must get this right. Those people who are going about with false identity, with false name, to say they are Esan and to come on air, because there is no Esan person anywhere. Even there is no Igbo man that will come on air to come and say Igbo man no good. There is no Yoruba man that will come on air to come and say Yoruba man no good, simply because what some Yoruba people did to him. But we look into Edo State at large, we will be able to call countless of Esan people, both in politics and outside politics, that has really done good to benefit humanity. Please come in, Mr. Odianoba. I saw you raising up your hand.
Yeah, Prince Okosun, I want you to educate him about the proverb. He just said, because he doesn't know the brain behind the proverb, the killing of Ozolo. I want to educate him so that anytime he want to use that language, he knows what is behind it. It's not just a proverb you just put up, recalcitrantly. You understand? Educate him about that proverb. He used it. He probably is not really aware about how this thing works. Thank you so much. That's all I want to say before,
Yes, he doesn't know. This is why it is very, very good for us to start coming up, to start teaching our people, because there is wrong impression that has been circulated over the Esan people. Even that proverb, how did the proverb came about? The proverb was generated during the war that was fought in Esan land, that was ushered into Esan land by Oba Ozolwa. It was not by reason of Esan man and Esan woman, or Esan people and Edo people, they engaged into a particular business and the Esan people betrayed the Edo people. So there was no such as that. That proverb from the Edo people was as a result of the defeat they suffered in the Esan land. They were the one who brought war into Esan land to come and invade Esan land for their own cruel mission, which they always do, to invade people's land. But eventually for them, they were defeated heavily. And their hitman, which was Oba Ozolwa, who brought that war into his Uzea, he was beheaded. That was how the Benin people said, if you see snake, you see Esan man. First of all, kill the snake before you kill the Esan man. Can they tell us the reason why they generated that proverb, if there is any other history behind it? There is no other history behind it. It's only during that war when they were beheaded, when they were defeated, and when they suffered a whole lot of oppression, a whole lot of, what is it called? Sorry, somebody else is calling. When they suffered a whole lot of casualties in the Esan hand. So you see that we, the Esan people that knows all these truths that has been playing neutral, we are allowing our own people to go about with wrong impression about themselves. And as a matter of fact, we should also know that it is not all everybody that call in into a program to say is an Esan man. And he begin to say what this man is saying. This man is not an Esan man. If he's an Esan man, he should be an outcast. He's not an Esan man. Nobody dare call into a program that is talking about the Esan people, to develop the Esan people, to elevate the Esan people, and the person will call in and be saying this, speaking in the language this man is speaking. These are some persons who schooled in Esan land by one, maybe they now borrow one or two language of Esan. They know how to use some Esan language. They will tell you that they are Esan. Is a lie. He's not an Esan man.
So let me just throw a little something to that person, because it's I don't know. It's like this person is very much half educated, and that kind of preposterous statement. The recalcitrant statement.
Let me take this call quickly.
Okay.
Hello. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, I want to thank two of you there. God bless you all, and God will continue to give people more progress. You see that person that called just now is not an Isha man. He's only just pretending to be an Isha man. Because if you go outside, you see where they beat your mother. It's only a mad person that will say, what did my mother do? You must fight there. After you finish fighting, when you reach us, before you start asking questions, that moment, what did you do when they are fighting you? Right. They just get back to public now. Begin to say, Islam people, and then they do themselves. What has Islam man ever done? He says he's in France. That Islam people doing Islam in France. What has Islam people got to do with him? It means he's not, he's even a bad person. And not even if say Anisha, those are the kind of bastard we have Anisha now, who is Anisha. For you to come in public, say that is why Benin say we are Anisha, you kill Anisha before you kill snake. Those are the bastard we have Anisha. We are planning to clear out. So I want to quickly let you know that guy is not Anisha. Even though Anisha is a bastard Anisha.
It's not an Esan. Because there's no Esan who will not even know how to spell Esan. You look at the spelling, he spelled Esan. He can't spell Esan. You look at his name is his John. What kind of identity is that? These are people that are taking a hidden identity to come on board, to come and try to discredit what we are doing by way of identifying themselves as Esan people, to speak ill about the Esan person. This man, if he's an Esan man, he should be a cursed person. He's not an Esan man, but if he's an Esan man, he should be a cursed person.
Yeah, so you're right.
That is just the truth of the matter. But as a matter of fact, if you call in, you cannot tell us how Esan people has underdeveloped Edo State, and you say Esan people are betrayers. And Esan people are the one that has always been on the peak of developing that place that is called Edo State. So people that are the brain behind whatever it is that is uplifting the state, you say they are betrayers, you say they are bad people. Where have they done bad to you? Failing to understand that good and bad persons or good and bad people cut across every tribe and language. So if you encounter any individual that must have done one bad thing to you, does not mean you should generalize it on top of the whole race. So this guy that just called me, he's not an Esan person, he's an imposter. And if he is an Esan person, he should be an outcast.
Okay, I got it. You just said, because I can see that you were very right. Because I mean, for me, I was giving the person the benefit of the doubt to explain himself, but he couldn't actually explain himself. And you kept, rambling and dangling. I mean, you couldn't come up with what that is and people they done to you or something like that, which is very stupid, recalcitrant, preposterous, khaki, and stupid of him. God will bury you in Esan land. I mean, God will bury you outside Esan land. If you are really an Esan, God will bury you outside of it. Let's continue what we are doing, man. Let's engage ourselves. He said, distract us. So now you see, like that guy, the way that you put it, you rightly put it. You said when you talk about betrayal, it wasn't an Esama that called Obaseki a betrayal that day, a chromosomal generic betrayal to the people of Nigeria. Not only Esan, they weren't talking about Esan. So you guys can see the injustices, the unfairness that we've been living under the dungeon of Obaseki in Esan land. And that's where we've been. And it's this same person that, what they call like a wicked team or objectified the other day as a betrayer. That betrayalness is in his gene, it's in his chromosome. So my people, this is what it is. That is why we are where we are today. Anything coming to Esan, any budget coming to the we don't see. So my brother, continue what you are saying.
Do you know what? You remember this also brought me to this kind of person. Let me block him from my line and also block him from this stream.
Absolutely.
You see, we remember what led to the early death of Bruce Ali.
Right.
These are the people that are calling us betrayer.
Yeah.
These are the people that are calling us betrayer. Now, we remember that Bruce Ali did not support the Oba trying to dominate the whole local government areas at that time. Right. And because of that, they campaigned and canvassed against him. They actually led a protest to sweep his leg away from Edo State. This is somebody that has done major things in the political wing of Edo State. Now, you see how they are giving us names and names and names. And Mr. Aloba, what do you have to say on that aspect of how they led protests against Bruce Ali? And eventually, that protest also attracted this wicked administrator we are in now, administration, so to say, we are in now. The administration of Muhammadu Buhari. He was the military head of state as at that time. Then they now look for a way to come in to say it was mismanagement of funds, which he was arrested for. And he took an Esan man to also go and bail him. So I want you to go into details in that area, what happened. And this is the same thing that has always repeated itself and is still affecting us in this present day.
Absolutely. You see, as reference to that, it is unfortunate that Bruce Ali, who was Bedem Messiah, political Messiah, Moses, that emancipated us, that brought some development to Bender at the time. The leftover of which, the economics or developmental leftover of which, the people of Delta State, they are still enjoying till tomorrow. So you see, at a time when Bruce Ali establishes a lot of stuff, history had it. I'm not saying me. I say history had it. Historians had it written down in records. Because you see, even myself, I don't know about this until I research it. Because I listen to some radocrats who they are quick to say, like somebody like Bruce Ali at the time, they said when they were saying that he was a bad person while they were sweeping. But when you ask a typical radocrat or an individual, when you ask them, what is it that this guy has really done to a kind of like warrant that kind of abuse, that guy was abused with someone that guy has done in Bender that at the time, that someone that guy has done in Bender State. And personally, that guy established today, I am telling you, majority of the students in that place there are great-great-grandchildren of those people from Oredo that actually abused Bruce Ali. So it's like somebody coming to eat their own vomit. You might not eat it, your generational, progenitors. They are not the one, what they call reaping their curses. Because God in heaven knows, because this is an Bruce Ali who would have schooled in London, in UK, schooled in London, acquired his PhD in anatomy and physiology in UK, returned to Nigeria because he wanted to come and redeem his people as a political, economic Moses. He came all the way down with his wife, a British woman, a white lady. Brought that lady home. He said, even at the time, history had it that when that guy converses with the woman said, no, wait, honey, we have all that we need to enjoy our life here. Why do you want to go to that village and go down there in Benin State? What are you looking for? He said, whatever is in his heart that God, God has sown in his heart until he redeemed it to his people. No, he wasn't talking about this. He was talking about Benin as a whole and Nigeria specifically. That he will be having a restless night until he goes to his grave. What he did, he came to Nigeria. Not staying in Lagos, or not staying in Lagos, the capital, the Nigerian state, the Nigerian capital. But he went direct to Benin. And when he got there, he went to University of Benin to get a job and employment where he can be able to help his people. This is an educated man, highly educated man. He came to Benin, and when he got there, this guy was denied employment. Was denied employment in what they call in Uniben, as a result of the palace political and economic wishy-washy. You got what I'm saying? So this guy was denied. So because of that, this guy never want to just stay and relegate himself and allow his dream for Benin people to be defeated. He went to Ahmadu Bello University or whatever, where he got an appointment. When he got there, when they look at his academic criteria, they look at his academic resume, they say, wow, this is unbelievable. Right away, he was employed right there and then. Years after, because whatever was in his heart, he came for a purpose, ready to sacrifice his life for the good of the open day. He now came back after teaching in the north. Ahmadu Bello. Then after teaching, that he came back to come and seek the appointment in the door. Finally, they gave it to him. He fought tooth and nail, or fought herculeously. Then they now finally gave him the appointment. When they gave him the appointment, it was after the appointment, and Prosalina went. But that appointment gave him that methodology to understand the political paradigm in Benin. The subjugation of his people was impregnated in his heart. And he said the only way that he can deliver his people from the traditional ethnocentric slavery that they found themselves as a result of the connivance of the palace with other, Buhari and so many of them that were there, because the military, they already bought during the time of Gowon. They already bought into that lopsided story that was told in the palace. So now what this guy did, this guy now got that, when he got that appointment, from there he used that one to research what was going on in the whole vicinity. So afterward, when he now got the opportunity to go into the politics, when people saw him, that guy today, that guy doesn't have any land in Ekpoma. He doesn't have any land in Edo State. I was listening to the son the other day that has a lot of philanthropists in Nigeria. The son is a geologist. So now, when I listen to that guy was saying that the father doesn't, even the father, the mother, they don't have anything in the bank. They never pay them any retirement, pay them any money, nothing. This guy came all the way. This is the heart of a typical Ishaman. Their hospitality is something you can quantify. So now this guy then he came into power. When he came into power, he did all he can, bring the development. Ambrosali, we all use, I was very little, I used Ambrosali, pencil and pen, rulers, notebook, and all that, so that it was distributed to a lot of people. A number of people, we all enjoy. We enjoy that what Ambrosali did for everyone. Look at that moment today. You know one funny thing that these people don't realize, like that individual that called in a little while ago. This guy forgot to realize, when immediately Ambrosali established that university in Ekpoma, you know, the Isha people, they are blessed. They are blessed with Solomonic wisdom. That is why that institution you have over there, for years, it has produced the best lawyer with Solomonic wisdom over time, even to date. That individual, that little animal that called, you should go ahead and read about it. So that's where we are today. So as a result of this thing that Ambrosali was doing, there was a history when the palace, they tried to encroach into the Esan land. And Bro Sally said, no, 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 no. This is not going to happen under my own watch. With Esan people. That's why when you look at what is going on in the issue of a land grabbing and all those things, it doesn't happen in Esan land. But you're gonna come from where? From somewhere and come to Esan land and because I saw this guy, Stanley, what they call some they call it Chakolobodi. I was telling Esan people to watch out for that guy. They shouldn't allow that to be trespassing geographically. Because you should remember his history. You don't come to somewhere and start selling land where you don't belong. We know we are all under a state government, but you cannot come to that area to come and be engaging in all those shenanigans, land grabbing and land selling because you guys have been driven out of that area like a fool. And you come into those areas and start telling people you are realtors and all that stupidity. So then at the time, Ali now handled this thing very well. And today, Abrochali suffered. He was crucified for the good of our own people. That is why we have that institution we have today. That Obaseki, instead of even building more institutions in those areas, he tried to balkanize Abrochali University. Go to University Training College, Teacher Training College, try to balkanize that one and bring it to Oroedo vicinity, which is an eyesore. A place where you don't have no development, you don't have nothing. Look at the train system, my brother. In Benin City today, before we have a train system in Benin City today, it's going to be hard. Many of them that haven't ridden what they call, they haven't ride on a train. In Ishana, that's what they use in traveling to Abuja. In later, we have Jonathan train station in Agbo. In Igwebe, we have a Tomikini train station. You move out of Tomikini train station, you go to Uromi, we have a Nahoro train station. Then you further down, you have a Ahomu train station in Irua. These are the best way through which that train travels. So this is development. Because of all this, Obaseki had taken over 7 years to deny us more roads that will easily link us to Onitsha. Kogi State is on the other side. Benue is on the other side. But the Vanaja, we don't need to go to the other side of a corner that is kind of like an outlier in the map of our state. So if you want development in a place, be fair and be evenly with your allocation that you are getting from Abuja, rather than subjugating the Esanites or the Esanocrats into some kind of like political, economic dungeon or bottlenecks. So this we cannot stand. That is why so many of these, you know what it is, Prince of Course. I don't blame all this nuisance that crosses Libya, and go over to the other side. They survive Mediterranean Sea. The problem with them is that they don't know their history. And those that know the little bit of that, those are the ones that are misconstruing the history and misconceptively telling their people those those jungle stories that they want to hear, or that what they call Ikobahi story that they want to hear. They tell you that Armana can disappear and appear, and they will believe it. So you don't blame them. This is the moon story that their parents or those that think they have a monopoly of wisdom. They test them over time. So we have to use this media to continue to give them orientation. Whatever you don't know, just try to come outside and know it. We know nobody's fighting anybody because we each and we're going to develop on our own. You understand what I mean? Obaseki might be a political, economic asunder for now, but we are going where we are going, regardless of any kind of social constraint that he might want to put on us. We are going where we are going. So it's just a matter of time. We put two and two together. We already have a train station. We have a train station. Abuja is only 2.5 hours drive from Esan. Can you beat that? On the Chame market in the whole West Africa, we're only 20 minutes away from there. Delta State Airport is right there around the corner, 10 minutes from my place. So you see, at the end of the day, instead of us to come up with this art of living, morally living evenly, with distribution of allocation that is coming from the federal. The element of somebody like Obaseki that has become a political Saddam Hussein decide to hijack this allocation that is supposed to go to our area. So my people, Ms. Prince, of course, to go ahead and throw your little light.
Very well.
There is so much. There is so much we're going to be telling so that we will enlighten these people, so that these people will know that we are not trying to be a Judah Iscariot in the political sphere of Edo State, but we just want them to give us what belongs to us in our local government area. That's all. And then with time, other things will follow.
Yes.
You understand?
You know what propagandists is mostly afraid of is letting the cat out of the bag.
That's right.
In other words, letting the truth to the public. Right. That is what propagandist is always afraid of. I say this to let me say correct or educate the likes of wounded civilian and his likes. Someone this Edo man who is hiding under the name or the identity of Esan to call into the public to come and say nonsense about Esan. Now, let me say this. You see, what we are doing, nobody can tell us, go to House of Assembly, go to here and go and tell them to give you Esan State. No. We know what to do to get Esan State. And that's what we're doing.
When the time comes.
Now, media is like onto television space, and it's even bigger than television space. To call upon your people, to sensitize them, to bring information to them. It is not that we are asking the Benin people to give us Esan State. The Benin don't have Esan State to give us.
No.
They are not holding us.
No.
It is just our people that has always carry on with this oneness league. Immediately we, the Esan people, assemble, it is done. It is generally known that the Esans don't start when others must have started. But when the Esan starts, they overtake. So what we are doing, I am putting this to correct these persons. We are telling you to your faces that we are not children of Oba of Benin, and the Esan State Aibe Erudale Okosun has always talked about. I am not saying that it is the Benin people or it is the Oba that is holding us down. No, we are not calling our people to see need for us to move away, for us to have our independent recognition, for us to push for the creation of Esan states, because the people we have glued ourselves together with has really reduced us to who we are not. So that is why we need to disassociate ourselves from them, just as the Delta State people disassociated themselves from them. If the Delta State people has continued to remain in that place that was called Bender State, the Delta people would have also been second class to the Benin people till date. But they didn't fascinate it for them to remain or to be second class in a particular alliance. So they have to move away from that alliance that is having them as second class. This is what the Esan people ought to also emerge to. It is not to say that we don't have politicians in Esan. The politicians we have in Esan, they cannot do but very much to us. I am not saying there are no corrupt politicians there. Corrupt politicians cut across all the political wing of Nigeria. It is not only Esan, but you know what? It is just like us having Buhari as the head of the president. So without him, there is a lot that cannot be done in Nigeria. And with him, there is a lot that can be done in Nigeria. That is what it is in Edo State. Without the governor, there is a lot that cannot be done in Edo State. And with him, there is a lot that can be done in Edo State. So irrespective of the local government chairman and other people, there are still a lot that the local government cannot do without the governor. The governor is the key player. The governor decides. The governor is the key player. That is what the Esan people, they are suffering from. So that is why they have been making sure that they don't allow the Esan people to smell that governor seat. So now, the real issue there is that our Esan people need to now understand this. Really and truthfully, power is given. I mean, power is taken, power is not given. So we should not emerge to the occasion of taking our power, as in taking our mandate that has always been stolen. Like I said not quite long, power is taken, power is not given. You know, a people that has always created a kind of sector that will enable them to always remain on power, they will never give you power. They will tell you that power is given, power is taken, power is not given. But they themselves, They were not given power, they arrogated power to themselves. But really and truthfully, if we look at it, we will be able to know that really and truthfully, power is taken, power is not given. We have all the weapons to take this power. We have the human resources, which is the highest population the Esan people is having in Edo State that I have told us. So what do we now need to do in this aspect? In this aspect, we now have to now emerge to the occasion of rightly sensitizing our people on how not to vote erroneously the way we have always voted erroneously all this while. How do I mean by voting erroneously? Some of the Esan persons, we cast their vote for a Edo person that is emerging to come become a governor. But when you look at it, it is not that this Edo person that is coming to become a governor has really done anything for the Esan people in his first tenure and in his second tenure. History cannot continue to repeat itself, bad history. We cannot allow all this history to always repeat itself. We have seen how we have been mistreated all this while. We have seen how we have been lopsided against all this while by Edo governors. So we cannot continue to vote for Edo governors because they don't mean well for us. They all are championing this mafia network that has been orchestrated ever since Edo State was created. The mafia network that has been orchestrated ever since Edo State was created is a way to underdevelop the Esan, to make sure the Esan people never rise. Because if the Esan people rise, it will be evidently clear that Esan are not second to the Benin. So this is the kind of mafia network. So we have to now start sensitizing our Esan people that are all littered inside the local governments that are ceded to the Edo people. The Edo South, we have a lot of Esan there. How are we going to do this? We have Esan landlord and landlady meeting that is always held in this area where our Esans are residing. That is not Esan local government. So the message that we are putting to all our representatives, those that are representing us, both the chairman of Esan landlord and landladies meeting, you will now begin to pass this message to our Esan people that come 2024, every Esan person, no Esan person should take his votes to another person. Our votes should be given to Esan person. Do you know why I am very, very much particular about this? Because Esan has the highest population in Edo State. If Esan, all the Esan, if they vote for that Esan man that will emerge to become governor, to contest for governor, he will definitely win. Although we are also going to stretch brotherhood heads to Afemai, to Esako people, to Onwa people. They also has been marginalized as well. Their land has been underdeveloped as well. So we will also reach out to them. This is what we need to do. We don't need to now leave our people to be throwing their vote, to divide their votes. If we put all our votes into one basket, you will see how robust the vote is. You will see that we really have the highest population in Edo State. So we will not go into the business of rightly sensitizing our people for them to vote rightly. This time around is the politics that is played in Nigeria. We must go along with this politics that is played in Nigeria. We should not say we are the gentleman in it. Everybody are fighting to retain their stake, their identity. That is why Nigeria politics, it is nothing but Wazobia politics, where Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba man always rotate themselves within power. In Edo State politics, it is politics of Beninized politics. So we don't have to give ourselves to be Beninized, because the concept of the mafia network that is in Edo State is to Beninize us and have us as subject of the Benin people. So we have to emerge. All our Esan clans that are outside 5 local government of Esan, we have to start sensitizing them. Town hall meeting need to start folding out. We need to start holding town hall meeting, Esan youth conference meeting. All this need to start folding out so that we will start sensitizing our people very, very well. That Esan don't have natural resources in Esan land, this is lie. This is not true. That Esan is in a landlocked area, this is lie. This is not true. Esan is not in a landlocked area. Esan have way out and way in. This is a way to letting the world know and to letting ourselves know that there are viabilities for Esan to have its state created. I challenge all those people that has always come on board to tell us that how many people we are in Esan. land, these Edo people, I challenge them to go and check their local government if it is predominantly Edos. But the 5 local governments ceded to the Esan people is predominantly Esan, plus the Esans that are found inside the local government of the Edo people. So those Esans inside the local government of the Edo people, both the ones that are residing in that traveled from Esan to go and reside there, and both the ones that the local government, their area, their village inside the Edo local government, those villages are their hometown. We'll count all those people alongside with the Esan people. It will not be known to you that Esan has the largest population. So we now have to begin to sensitize our people in all this area, because all the census information that we have at our disposal, they are not correct as concerning the population in Edo State, the group of people population in Edo State. So that is by the wayside. Before we round up this evening, I also want to quickly let us know that we, the Esan people, what we need to do is to synergize. We cannot throw away our strengths or divide our strengths. That is why I am talking about synergy. We need to put ourselves together. We need to make sure we understand the concept of Edo State. That Edo State is not for the Esan people. Edo State is not for us. We are not under Edo State. I want to correct that impression. We are inside Edo State. Esans are not under anybody or any alliance. We are inside and we can go out of it. It is within our hands to go out of Edo State. And to go out of Edo State means creating Esan State. Creating the Esan State means massively developing Esan land like never before. But before we get there, our people that are vying for every political office, are they Esan nationalists? They must be Esan nationalists. They must understand where the Esans has been cheated all this while. They must understood that they are not going to represent us and to go and turn themselves to puppets of the Benin people. We must be vocal. We must be outspoken. We must stand hard tall for our people, just as Wike is always vocal and is always standing out tall for his people. So this is what we ought to replicate, my Esan people. Thank you, and God bless every one of you. Let me quickly read out comments from somebody whose name is Erons Patrick. He said, "For my observation, I think the Esan people need to unite and come together as one, and they need to understand what they want. 2024 governor election is at the corner and fast approaching." Sorry, I missed that out. Okay, let me take it again. For my observation, I'm quoting Erons Patrick. He said, "For my observation, I think the Esan people need to unite and come together as one, and they need to understand what they want. 2024 governor elections is at the corner and fast approaching. We need to stand as one body to choose a counterpart and then a representative." Okay.
So
that is also correct. Let me quickly do justice to that. That is also correct, my brother Erons. That is the message we are now pushing. We should not play individuality politics, and we should not play politics of partisan. We should look into it and know that this is going to benefit Esan and this is not going to benefit Esan. Whatever is not going to benefit the Esan land at large, we should not put our energy into it. But when we look into it and see that this is going to benefit the Esan land at large, every one of us, irrespective of the political party is coming from, every one of us need to put our weight in it. That is how we should come together. This time around, our coming together is not that we hate ourselves before. No, we have been divided into these different local government areas that we are having in Esan land or outside Esan land. So we now need to come together in making sure that we really see ourselves as mighty as we are, and we'll be able to do the needful for ourselves with our strength. Thank you very much. Mr. Odinaloba, please, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly well, sir.
Okay. You know, I just want to quickly say, like you put it, like you said, like the minute, like that comment, very right. And that's problem. They're not here to fight for
I think your voice is breaking out. We can't hear you again. We lost your voice.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry for the network crisis. So what I was trying to say is that we are not here to fight anybody. We are trying to bring political conscientization, orientation, enlightenment to our people. Unfortunately, in Edo State today, we have some political Ahithophel, like Marcus Nuku, who is the Speaker of the House of Edo State. He's from Esan. Unfortunately, these are the people that are political stooges. They are political stooges to Obaseki. They are not doing anything good to our people. And besides, Obaseki was able to subjugate our people with the 10 House of Assembly men that they have there. Because other local governments in Edo State, they don't have, in Esama, they don't have no House of Assembly. So you see, there are no processes that Obaseki put in place that are representing our people. So as a result, whatever Obaseki decides, that's all he do. And that's all he does. So he had turned to a political Saddam Hussein of Edo State. So my people, like you said, we are working hard. We are working with our people. We are working with even some a lot of Oradocrats, so that everything can be fair, free and fair in Edo State. Anything we are doing, we are not trying to like cajole you people and try to insult. No, what we are doing here, look at the way we are living in that place. I'm pretty sure when you give that politics, if you give the leadership of Edo State to an man, he will evilly and morally distribute everything to everybody. It will not act as a political book to anybody, like what we are facing in Edo State, like Obaseki, that continue to engage in all kind of political ulabalu. We are not going anywhere. And this is where we are. And that is why Edo State is not developing. And Edo, like all the Oradocrats, they know full well when you give power to an man, he will give everybody what they need. And the funny part of it is that Obaseki and few elements of Oradocrats that are doing all these things, they are actually sowing the seed of lamentation in the whole Edo State, even in Oredo local government. They are not enjoying anything. But when you give to a pious man, everybody will have a good time. That's just for it. That's what we are trying to bring to everybody. So that when that power comes, now I think it's shoving to our area, to Esama. We are not saying we want power this one. No, give it to somebody that can lead us. Because right now, over the past 7 years, Edo State has been in the dry desert land of Egypt politically. So now Edo State denizens as a whole, they need emancipation. And the only people that can emancipate them would be Genesis extraction of Esan or the Esanocrat. Let us try it. We see where we go from there. That is just the political gospel or evangelism. We are preaching. And then all that is later, if things doesn't go well, then we can pay up and do what it is that they needed to be done, because we know what we need to do. We are not bad. The Asians are not stupid. The ones like my priest. My priest is only restricting this evangelism of gospel to the people in Islam right there. But when you go in the diaspora, we have gazillions of us out there in metaphor. So this is just what it is that we are preaching. But unfortunately, we have to try. We have to try to sanitize our people. Those are political Ahithophel that have been Obaseki stooges over the past 7 years. We have to enlighten our people to run away from it, because these people, they are there for their own selfish interest. And I'm actually sure that these people, they are lineage or their progenitors to Obaseki. When you know what I'm talking about, because when you look at the shenanigans cultivation, political cultivation they've been doing over time, it can tell you that these people are people of same blood. That's why we are where we are. We are in darkness in this land. Nothing is working. No transport. Obaseki says lining the road with a few elements of life. This guy is just the campaign is just too much. It's just too much. We don't need it. But Prince Okosu, the question I needed to ask you, I have a question for you. The question I wanted to ask you is that this element that I call Obaseki stooges, How do we clean them up in Esan land? These people that have become political Ahithophel in Esan land. How do we clean them? How do we clean them up? Because they have so many of them out there. Because Obaseki actually don't use people that have a pious heart or moralist in Esan land. So how do we clean this element that become a political weapon or coronavirus in Esan land, selling our people to this element of Uradopra that don't mean nowhere for the whole Edo state? So help me out, please.
Yes. This is we are going to use our voters card in making sure we use it rightly, not to vote for this person, because we have some of those persons, since their tenure, they didn't do well in Esan land. They didn't do well at all. There is nothing to point at to say this is what such person, this person who has been in a particular political position, who was supposed to be able to use his power to bring development to Esan land, just like others did, but they failed woefully. So this time around, we should be able to campaign against them. We should be able to ask them, what did you do all within these 4 years you've been there? And you are coming again to ask us to vote for you. Whether you are coming to contest for any senatorial district position or local government or whatever it is, if we have checked your record, we have seen that during the days, during the years you've been in office, you were not able to do anything. We are going to campaign against you. We are going to vote against you. How do we do that? We are going to use our PVC. Let's not use our PVC to vote for the same set of people that did not work hard with all tenacity for the Esan people. Let's not use our PVC to vote in people who were there for themselves, their name and their stomach only, not for the Esan race. So this is how to flush these people out. They are reassembling themselves now, trying to come back again. Even though you decamp to Labour Party, even though you decamp from the party you were before to another party, we are not going to look into your party. Your party might be very, very good or very, very bad. We are going to look into your sheet. How clean is your political sheet is? What have you done for the Esan people? Now that you are coming back to say you want to vie for this position or you want to go for second tenure, we are going to look into it. And as a matter of fact, if you have not handled any political position in Esan land before, and you are coming up to say you want to go represent us in so political office, we are going to look into your manifesto. And we know fully well that politicians do have sugar-coated maps. Their manifesto might be very, very beautiful and adequately spelled out. But when they get there, they will become power intoxicated and forget the people. By reason of your manifesto, if we decide to vote for you at all because we know that your manifesto is good, that is, if you have not run in any political office before, we never can tell. It is only your manifesto that will help us know how intelligent you are. It is only your manifesto that will help us know that, yes, you understand the concept of nation building, of turning Esan land into industrialized land. So by reason of that, we're going to cast our vote for you. And after we cast our vote for you, we see that 1 year, 2 years has passed. You've not done anything. We are going to start campaigning against you. And that will tarnish your political ambition. This is how we, the Esan people, need to emerge this time, because it's a serious business. Because when we talk about politics is only the means where we can develop ourselves. There is no group of people that can develop themselves adequately well without politics as far as this age is concerned. So we cannot give our life into the hands of politicians that don't know me well for us. We should understand how to campaign against a person and how to campaign for a person. We should understand how to campaign against a group of people and how to campaign for a group of people by reason of their clean sheet, by reason of how they've worked for us before. So this is how we'll possibly flush all this political bedbug out away from our land, because these are political bedbug who came to suck and they never give. So this is it, my honorable guests.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like you said, you really put it right. I think we really have to use our PBC as a political weapon to get rid of these people that continue to connect with opacity and working for their own stomach and their families that are not looking out for the interest of our people. You're very well right. I think today that what we've kind of like the message we brought to our people and bring to everybody is my honest, honest take that everybody should really take it home. And we will try today, we're able to get into some of this stuff that we, what they call the viability of our people. I think the next program we're going to try to host again will be this budget, because Prince of Gospel, I really want you to take this to heart that this budget that just came out 2 days ago, we have to really get on it. And then our next program has to be that. We have to come and debunk Obaseki, how Obaseki is going to go about. Because, we know very well that Obaseki cannot do any political magic, because he has a few more months to go. So, and he has stolen more than what he can chew right now. So we will try to just kind of like be on his butt as a political watchdog. So I think that's pretty much
I think we are good to go now. I think next week, audience out there, we are rounding up now. And if you also want to be on this platform, you can call the number if you have a message to share, contributive message to share, enlightening message to share with us. You can call the number, and you can also be with us here some other time. But as onto looking into the budget, because the budget, really and truthfully, our stake, Esan stake, did not reflect in the budget.
So you're right.
We are going to, me and Apostle Alopsi, we are going to come up next week again and to also disclose this budget to us, the way we did not reflect in it. So that is for that. And for my audience out there, those people that have shared, I thank you for sharing. I thank you for your contributive comments. And those of you that are not here now, if you come across this program, endeavor to share so that it will get to our Esan people as well. And then if you have not followed this page, please click on the follow button to follow the page. And beside it, the follow button, there is a notification bell. Also click on the notification bell. I thank you, everybody out there. And then I also want to use this opportunity once more to really say thank you to Apostle Alosi for the great job he has done. He has come to do justice to it by adequately sensitizing us as onto dishing this message out to all Esanites and Esanocrites out there at home and in diaspora. Once more, I remember my humble self, Agbe Ewodawe Okosun, and I say bye for now. Till we come your way again some other time by next week with the budget that we are going to talk about, that the Esan stake is not adequately spelled out. Bye for now.